Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. If we take a look at how Allah Almighty has blessed us and favored us, we would need to ponder over it in order for us to be able to realize the favors and the bounties of Allah upon us. Look, to begin with, within yourself. Do you not have a body with limbs and organs, with bones you don't even know the number of? Do you not have a heart that beats more than 100,000 times a day? Do you not have all these faculties of yours? Do you not have everything you can see, you can hear? All of that to begin with, the favors of Allah. Allah Almighty tells us very clearly, وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you are going to count the favors of Allah upon you, you will never count all of them, because that is the system of Allah. But the opposite is true. If you count the difficulties, the hardships, the calamities that Allah has thrown at you or made you go through, you will definitely be able to count them, all of them. And you would be able to say, I've got this problem and this and this and this, and count them. But when it comes to the favors of Allah, He guarantees you cannot count them. Take a look at the food. Take a look at the amount of sustenance you have. Take a look at the surroundings. Allah's provided the basics for you. Your accommodation that you have, even though it may not be up to scratch or it may not be up to what you would like. Man always wants something more than what Allah's given him. So this is something that Allah's created man with, that every time they have something, they're always looking for more. But my brothers and sisters, one of the ways of getting more is to look into the gifts you already have, the blessings that you do have, and to thank Allah for them. لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you are going to be thankful, Allah says, I will grant you increase. So if you want increase from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you must make sure that you first ponder over the gifts of Allah. And one of the reasons why Allah asks you to thank Him for what He's given you is for you to be able to realize what you've been given. Amazing. If Allah did not expect you to thank Him for what He gave you, and He does not need the thanks, but if He did not make it an act of worship to thank Him, you wouldn't even have known what He's bestowed you with. We would not be talking about it today. But because Allah's made it a prerequisite of increase, and Allah's made it an act of worship, He would like you to realize what He's given you so much. But the biggest favor of all is the fact that He guides you towards worshiping Him alone. That's the most amazing, the biggest favor that the Almighty can bestow upon anyone. So we thank Allah. And when you thank Allah, you show gratitude, you become humble too. You are humbled by the fact that Allah chose you above others for so many things. And you start realizing that no matter what Allah has given me, Allah has actually favored me with more than I can imagine. Allah's given you and I things we have not asked for, because we did not need to ask for it according to us. So surely, look at those who don't have the things that we actually haven't even asked for, and we have. And they are crying for those things. They are begging for those things. And perhaps they don't have them. They may get them at some point. We've never even thought that this was a gift of Allah upon us. So thank Allah for that. Allah wants you to look at that. He wants you to realize that I've been blessed in ways that I cannot imagine. I've been given things I haven't even asked for. So when I ask for things, I must know, to begin with, let me show gratitude to the Maker. Oh Allah, you've given me, but I still want a little bit more. Oh Allah, you've bestowed me, but I'd still like you to do this for me and that for me. And then you ask yourself, what about me? How well connected am I to my Maker? Do I pray on time? Do I dress appropriately? Am I filled with modesty and good values, morals, etc.? Do I try to follow the blessed path? What do I do in my life? And as you begin to appreciate the favors of Allah and ask Him for those things that you don't have, you will automatically begin to improve as a person. You improve